Hi, my name is Mehdi Touzi and welcome to Goal Setting Part 3. Welcome. You know, there are two questions you can ask yourself when we are talking about life mission, purpose, and happiness. One is, have you found your life mission or purpose? You know, one of the indicators of having a life purpose is when you wake up in the morning, is your energy up or is it down? When you wake up in the morning, do you look forward to the day or you don't feel like doing anything? And the second thing is, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud in what you do, what your job is, the activity you do? And the third one is, what activity energizes you? What gives you energy? When you go to work, the things you do you get energy or do you give energy? If you do an activity that energizes you, that's a good indication of your life purpose. And third is the timeless. You know, great minds like Albert Einstein, when he developed his theory, his work, groundbreaking work, he didn't feel how time was passing. You lose track of time. You remember sometimes when you were a kid and you were doing something, you didn't know how time was passing. That's a good indication of the things you do is your purpose or your mission, because you were so joyful of what you do. And childlike joy. You know, remember when you were a kid, the things you did, the activity you did, it was such a pure joy in you. And if you do as an adult the job you do and you kind of amazed and enjoying it, that's also a good indication of your life purpose. So a childlike joy. And the other point I want to mention is reverse planning. Let's say, it's different from person to person. At 90 years old, let's fast forward time. You are 90 years old. And if you look back in time, is it the kind of family you wanted to have? The kind of job? The kind of friends you wanted to have? And accomplishment? So in a way you can look back and plan your life right now and see, does it feel in line with my purpose? These are pretty good indicator of what your purpose or mission would be in life. So reverse planning is a good technique to do that. And one of the things that I think is important is believing in reason in what you do. You know, the reason behind it. Sometimes your life mission or purpose can seem difficult, but the reason behind that is so important and is so significant that it makes you feel like great joy. So the reason in what you do can be also your life purpose. You know, I like to connect happiness with purpose. These are connected to each other. So if we have life purpose, we have happiness. And if we have happiness, we have life purpose. So these two are connected to each other. I'm going to show you how. You know, the second question that you can ask yourself is, could you honestly say that you are happy? Are you happy in what you do? And you know, what it means to be happy is different from person to person. And one thing that you could do is do the brainstorming. Sit down in a quiet room with your friends or alone and write down the ideas. You know, write it down in a piece of paper and look at them. And you will have a kind of general idea that what it is that makes you happy. And one thing I also mentioned is the inner state, the condition of your inner self inside of you. Is it joyful? Is it sad? Do you feel anger? So when you feel deep inside of you the joy, that's connected to happiness. So checking your inner state of the things you do and feel it, that means there is an indication that what you do brings you happiness. So inner state, joy, sadness, or anger. And one of the things that I want to mention is the power of your mind. This is a tool that you have and it's available in your mind, and you can use it to bring happiness to you. I want to give a simple example here, because when we talk about happiness, it's also about how you look at things, the perspective of things. Let's say it's a rainy day, you have rain, and most people will feel sad. It's cloudy, it's rainy, and if you look at this from this point of view, that okay, plants and animals, they need water and it brings them life. So the rain you see that's coming down brings life to animal planets and to earth. So that's, in a sense, it's joyful, it's beautiful. So you can change your review on it and see the positive sides of it, and that can bring you joy. Sometimes materialistic things seems to be joyful, seems to bring happiness. But if you can train yourself to harness the power of your mind, you can view things in a very positive way, and that can bring calmness and happiness to you. Part of the happiness, as we mentioned in the previous workshop, is about goal setting. Because goal setting gives direction. And that direction brings comfort and security, because you know where you are going. That itself is a good feeling, and it's connected to happiness. So keep that in mind about the goal setting. And here I want to mention about the time. According to American Times survey, 33% of our time is spent on sleeping, 33%. And 33% is in your work, the job you do. And 33% on average, I would say roughly, is on other things that you do. So as you see, after sleep, workplace is the kind of most important part of your life, one of the most important part of your life that can be connected to happiness. So try to choose your work or your job wisely, that you find pleasure in it. Great minds like Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Picasso, they had great joy and love in their work, and because they knew they spend most of their time in their work, and that's essentially did bring them happiness and joy, and they had great success with that. And one of the things I want to mention also as a part of the happiness strategy is small steps. Sometimes when we set ourselves a goal, you set yourself a goal and you are here, it seems difficult to get there because there are many steps, But if you can break down these steps to smaller steps, this is goal, and this is you will start here. By taking these mini steps, you will get to your goal, and that itself is a comfort, because sometimes the goal itself can be far away, and it makes you feel incapable of reaching it. But following the smallest step, it will give you a comfort that you need on your way to achieve your goals, and that's connected to happiness, because at the end of the day you will get to your goal. You will get to your goal by taking these small steps. So breaking down big steps into small steps will bring happiness to you also on your way to your success, to your goal. One of the things I want to mention here is being grateful, And being grateful meaning making a list, a thank you list, a grateful list, and putting the items like family, friends, education, and health. Put it in that item and think about it. Because human being is looking at the things they don't have. They don't look at the things that they have. So when you sit down and say, okay, I have these things and I'm grateful for it, one of the benefits is it brings you a kind of comfort and joy into your heart, and it warms you up when on your way to achieve your goals. So a thank you list is a very good way of bringing happiness to you in the moment where you face difficulty. And the other thing I want to mention is 5 minutes silence. 5 minutes, only 5 minutes during the day. Find yourself a corner, quiet room, and sit down for 5 minutes and just have absolute silence. And this 5 minutes brings you into a state of tranquility, peace, and that's connected to happiness. So silence is also connected to happiness because of the calmness it brings to your life. So now I want to talk about perspective, Let's take a perspective on the things around us. This is you live on Earth, you are on Earth, and the Earth is in a solar system. And that solar system is in a galaxy, Milky Way. And that galaxy is in a universe, huge universe, vast universe. And if I can show you, this is a model of solar system, and you are on this Earth, and this is the sun. So here, if you think about it, it's very insignificant and small when we were looking at this planet compared to sun, compared to other planets. We are very small, but yet you are here. And this solar system if I can say, it's here. This is our Milky Way, and our planet, which is in our solar system, resides in this here part of this galaxy, of one galaxy. And there are estimated to be around 100 to 400 billion stars in one galaxy, estimated, and around 50 billion planets in this galaxy. And this is just one of the 200 billion galaxies that's out there. So if you look at it, and we are in little tiny dot that's called Earth, beautiful Earth, and yet here is my take. Our purpose is to try to understand it, what's out there. And to me, we are small, but we are significant when we look at the whole picture, trying to make sense of it all. So that's, to me, a life purpose. I would like to thank you for attending this workshop, and I see you next week. Thank you, and have a great day.